What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, depending on what time zone you're in, it's Saturday night or it is Sunday morning. You know what that means? It is still the weekend. Let's just celebrate that for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we love a good weekend. All right, y'all, I have a great show set up for you guys today. In Behind the Feed and Off the Record, Uno Reverse. Yesterday, we told you that Blueface may be going to jail, but today, Chrisean Rock is now the one that will be investigated by the federal government. Also, Rod Wave was arrested in Atlanta, and Jhené Aiko breaks her silence amid the Big Sean breakup. In lead stories, we're going to talk about Zohran Mamdani going after ICE and Donald Trump, Snap being ruled on by the Supreme Court, and Miss Universe Thailand director needs to apologize to Miss Mexico. We'll give you all the updates, what's going on with that. In quick news, we got a lot going on. We're going to talk about Drake, Gracie-Bond, Klay Thompson, K. Michelle, Chick-fil-A, Darryl Strawberry, Sexxy Red. Are you using your microwave properly? Raven-Symone, Bill Cosby, Paul Pierce, LeBron James, Kanye West, Travis Scott. Two planes nearly collide in LAX. Michael Jackson, Washington Commanders, and Kim Kardashian. I told you we got a big show for y'all. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, question of the day, and social discussion of the day. Also, for those of you who are sick and tired of spam phone calls and text messages and emails, we are going to tell you about a 14-day free trial with Aura, the digital security protection. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah, turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up. Yeah, it's still the weekend, baby, and I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right, in our first story on Behind the Scenes and Off the Record, Uno Reverse, Clarissa says that she's calling the feds on Chrisean Rock after she told Blueface to dig a grave. Okay, for my daily listeners, you guys watched yesterday's episode where we pretty much broke a story about Blueface being investigated after Chrisean Rock and Hazel debauchery that was going on. So for those who didn't see it, Blueface got out of jail, incident with Jaden, Alexis, Chrisean, and then a few days after he was in a club with Hazel E, okay? Rapper, 45 years old. Okay, we all know the hysteria online. Now, yesterday, Chrisean Rock went live from the airport, and while she was going live, she said, yo, I'm leaving LA, I'm done with this guy. We got into a little whoop-de-whoop, and he put hands on me, and she said two things. I only played one of them for you. One of the things she said is, yo, he put hands on me, and I'm done with this. And also, we also played you her crying and breaking down. Now, we told you that the police, feds, whatever, got a hold of this and apparently tracked her down before she could leave, questioned her, and they opened an investigation because, of course, the police are actively watching over Blueface, everything that he's doing. He just got let out of jail. He's on probation, and they want to put him back inside, okay? Now, the part that I didn't play for you that I'm going to play right now, she said, yo, the people that put hands on me or anybody that messes with me, they either got to dig a grave or they're going to go in jail. Blueface's mom, Clarissa, heard that part, took that and sent that to the feds and was like, yo, you think that you're out here like going to try to put my son back in jail? She's the one causing threats. She came up on, I think it was the Shade Room or maybe Neighborhood Talk. I'm not too sure where it was on what blog, but here it is, her comment below. She said, just made a federal call because these are terrorist threats. Okay, no, they're not terrorist threats, but they are threats. You cannot say those kind of things. And of course, this is Blueface's mom, so she knows what's going on in the background, although a lot of people are not aware of what's going on, but of course, she is aware. So I haven't heard yet that the cops have flipped the investigation over to the feds. That's why she's trying to do the feds involved and make it a terrorist thing. I don't know how she's trying to play that, but I did hear that the police are investigating both sides now and just not Blueface alone. Okay, so things are just not looking good on that side. We told you also yesterday about Chrisean calling the Zeus Network, trying to get back there with the CEO, and the CEO was like, no. You want to talk ish about me, and you wanted to go over there on Blueface's side, and y'all wanted to try do your own thing on Patreon and have your own drama and make your own money. No, I'm not giving you no money. You discredited us. We don't want to have nothing to do with you. So Chrisean is pretty much standing on her own right now. Blueface, his mom, the family, Jade and Alexis, though they don't get along, and now she can't make any money on Zeus. So Chrisean is kind of just like out here on an island on her own. All right. That is the latest with the Blueface and Chrisean update. Y'all know it's my favorite. You can't even call it reality TV because they're not on TV, but it's my favorite Instagram reality show because that's where it is living. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
He need to go back and stay in jail, or find a grave to dig up. Every time somebody really played with me, always get hurt. So.
All right, our second story on Behind the Feed and Off the Record. All right, this is going to be quick because nobody knows anything about what's going on. Rod Wave reportedly arrested again in Atlanta on GUN and other charges. Okay. The caption is Rod Wave was reportedly arrested in Atlanta again on Friday night, November the 7th, 2025 on GUN charges, reckless driving and controlled substance possession. Few details have emerged, but public records are the source of these reports. Okay. And then you have it here listed out from the Atlanta Police Department, possession of a GUN, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Now, I have put my feelers out there. I know a couple of people in Atlanta, and it seems as if like everybody is kind of like lost with this. In the summertime, around May, if I'm not mistaken, there was a call to either his house or a house he was renting or staying. That's a little bit not known, but the police apparently went there to investigate the robbery. They found some stuff. There was a safe. There was a car with some GUN holes in it. And then that's when he first got arrested. They let him go. There was another investigation. So a lot of people are alluding to the fact that this is from his first arrest. That's why they're saying he got arrested again. So there's a lot of speculations. I've heard a couple of other things, but I don't like to put out hearsay. I know some of you might laugh at that, but when I say alleged, it's because I know, and I'm saying alleged to protect me, not because it's alleged and I don't know. Okay. So I know the things that I am saying, but I don't even have things to say alleged to. So everything's kind of up in the air right now. What I can confirm is that he has been arrested. I'm sure I'll be able to filter through what's going on, and I'll let you know a little bit more what's going on in tomorrow's show. But Rod Wave has been arrested, and from what I know, he is still being detained. It could have to do with some of the things in his May arrest. I'll let you guys know. For now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our third story behind the feed and off the record, Jhené Aiko breaks her silence and addresses the breakup rumors with Big Sean. All right, Jhené Aiko went into the Shade Room's comment section and addressed these situations. Now, this is like a 8 or 9 pager. I'm going to try to skim through just because a lot of people don't know everything that's going on, but I'll try to make it quick, okay? Jhené Aiko finally broke her silence early Saturday, November the 8th, amid the internet's discussing her past and present love life. The singer slid into the Shade Room's comment section to address a narrative about her former marriage to producer Dr. Genius. Meanwhile, Big Sean has given at least 2 statements this week as fans debate whether his relationship with Jhené is over or not. Earlier this week, Big Sean wasted no time at shutting down rumors that he has a new boo. Videos and photos from a live stream with Neon appear to show a mystery woman standing super close to the rapper, but that was just one POV. Big Sean later explained that he never met the woman. In the comment section on the IG blog, he wrote, "The girl was standing next to Hit Boy, who is cut out the video. I don't know why the F she was so close to me though. I didn't see it all till I saw the video, and I can understand the frustration." Still, it seems as if fans and critics weren't buying Big Sean's first statement. Social media users have continued to sound off about whether Big Sean and Jhené Aiko have called it quits. Some users on X, like Shadia Knight, have even begun to dig into Jhené Aiko's past, throwing around allegations of cheating on her part. For example, November the 7th, the same user penned multiple paragraphs claiming that Aiko cheated on Dot the Genius, kissing on Big Sean in public, and tatted his face on her body, all while she was still married. The ex person wrote this and said, "The poor guy eventually decided to call it quits. The embarrassment was too much, and Aiko was now free to date her handsome rapper superstar boyfriend, Big Sean. But Big Sean never popped the question because he understands the game. Lesson: when a woman cheats on another man to be with you, she'll cheat on you too. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Never marry a cheater," the ex person wrote. After Big Sean peeped the post on X, he made it clear he doesn't like the energy towards his son's mother. The couple shares a son together who is celebrating his third birthday today, November the 8th. Big Sean wrote this: "On some real ish, I don't like this energy. I don't mind whoever's saying wild ish about me because I have a sense of humor and I don't give an F. It's frustrating having people saying negative things towards her though. God bless." Okay. Now here is the post, just to give you a reference. And also the post, why I want to show it is, this is Dot the Genius on one side, and then Jhené Aiko kissing Big Sean allegedly when she was still married. Okay. Now, Big Sean and Jhené Aiko have been on and off since 2016 when they first dropped their collabo album 2088 per People magazine. Despite public flirting in music and on stage, they kept most of their romance, including their breaks, private. In November 2022, they welcomed Noah, their child, together. Up till this point, amid the breakup rumors, neither of them have clearly stated whether their relationship is over. However, after the Shade Room responded to Big Sean's clapback, Jhené Aiko slid into the comment section. She didn't respond to the rapper's comments or questions about their status. Instead, she cleared the air about her ex-husband's character and why their marriage ended. Her fans in particular have claimed that Dot the Genius put hands on her, while her critics have said that she cheated. This is what Jhené Aiko wrote. "Let's wrap this up. Me and Dot eloped in Vegas after a few months of dating while I was still grieving over the loss of my brother. Dot did not put hands on me and is not a bad guy. We had a back and forth on Twitter that created those rumors, but ultimately separated amicably due to the revelation that we were particularly strangers who made an impulsive decision." Okay. She said, additionally, Jhené explained that she and Sean got together after years of an amazing friendship. She then went on to say, "An incredibly brilliant, beautiful baby boy was a result of our relationship." And then she went on to say, "Happy birthday to my baby boy, Noah, to whom Sean is a great father and a loving representative in his life, blah, 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 blah. I pray the energy and the gossip, etc., etc., etc." Okay. So that is everything that happened over the past week. I do love to give you guys tea, but okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? The video. Because this is what I was about to say. I don't want to. You look at the video and you let me know if you think Big Sean doesn't know this girl and this girl was with somebody else. Okay, just look at the video. Sean, you're my man and all, but bro, that's just the fact of, it's not even the closeness. It's the fact that she is literally just standing behind him, waiting for him to do his thing. She's pulling her hair back, whatever, just her mannerisms. You could tell that that's a girl standing beside her man, waiting for him to greet or whatever, or introduce her. That's what it looks like. And that is what I heard, allegedly. Okay. Now, the reason why I think people are making such a big deal of this is the fact that they think that Sean has just been playing Jhené Aiko for too long. I think personally that's the problem, because they have had an on again, off again relationship. Like, we all know this. And I think it's just like the hopeless romantics out there that are like, oh, yo, it's been so long. We want to see you guys together. The public wants to see you guys together. And they're just like dragging Sean for not doing the right thing. If you read between the lines, like, this is their relationship. Like, you can't tell me that Sean's never been with another girl or popped out with another girl in the past 10 years. It's an on and off. They have a situationship. Like, let's just call it what it is. So it's the romantics that want the happy ending. Let them live their life. And if they want to live the rest of their life in a situationship, just let it be. That's just my 2 cents. But sorry, Sean, I just have to call it what it is. We know you pulled up. just say it, bro. It's 2025. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our first lead story, I love every second of this. Zohran Mamdani says, my message to ICE agents and to everyone across this city is that everyone will be held to the same standard of the law. If you violate the law, you must be held accountable. Yo, I like this guy, man. Not just talking about his politics, but I love anybody that passively aggressively stands up to Trump. Like, he doesn't want to like meet his talk, but he's like, yo, everybody will do this, and he does it with a smile. I love it. New York City's new mayor has made statements warning that city law enforcement and any actors within the city will be held to the same standard of the law, including federal immigration agents operating in the city. Just look how he says it. Like, he knows he's talking to Trump, and he knows he wants to be more aggressive, but he's like, yo, let me just be a little passive aggressive and just annoy Trump. I love it. Take a listen.
My message to ICE agents and to everyone across this city is that everyone will be held to the same standard of the law. If you violate the law, you must be held accountable. And there is sadly a sense that is growing across this country that certain people are allowed to violate that law, whether they be the president or whether they be the agents themselves. And what New Yorkers are looking for is an era of consistency, an era of clarity, an era of conviction. And that is what we will deliver to them.
Actually, you know what? After watching that again, it was not passive aggressive, because sometimes he is passive aggressive. That was actually with a lot of conviction. Like, he didn't waver at all. He was like, yo, you come in here, you break the law, you will be arrested. You will be held accountable. Like, I just love it, love it, love it. Anybody who's new to this channel, I'm not on any side. I just like democracy, and I like when both sides are willing to go head to head, because that is when we, the people, win. So shout out to Zohran for not backing down. That is the way to stand up to somebody like Donald Trump. I always give you guys the example of President Xi versus President Zelensky. They get 2 Donald Trumps. When you stand up like China does, you get a different Donald Trump. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to our second lead story. Give you guys an update on what's going on with Snap. The Supreme Court sides with Trump and reverses judge's order and blocks food stamp payments to millions who were waiting. Just give me a sec, because there's a part 2 and actually really a part 3, because I don't actually even know what's going on, because nobody knows what's going on. But so let me give you what happened over the past 24 hours, okay? The U.S. Supreme Court has issued an emergency order temporarily blocking full SNAP food aid payments, putting millions of low-income families at risk of losing access to their monthly benefits. This shocking move comes just hours after states begun restoring food assistance following a federal judge's order to restart the nation's largest anti-hunger program. Now, that program has been thrown into chaos as the High Court stepped in, halting payments that millions depend on to eat. Advocates are warning this decision could lead to widespread food insecurity, especially for households already struggling to recover from weeks of missing benefits. Some families had just started seeing their EBT cards reloaded, only to have everything frozen again. It's unclear how long the block will last, but the uncertainty is already spreading fear across the country. Okay, now, here is the second part. Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson granted the Trump administration emergency appeal to block a court order to fully fund SNAP food aid payments until the appeal court rules on whether to issue a more lasting pause. Now, Ketanji Brown Jackson is the appointed judge from Joe Biden and the first black female on the Supreme Court. So a lot of people were shocked by this, but listen. The Trump administration scored a temporary W at the Supreme Court Friday as Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson agreed to lift a deadline for the federal government to fully fund SNAP payments that many Americans are relying on. According to The Hill, Jackson granted the Trump administration's request for relief from a lower court order that would have required officials to tap into a separate nutrition account at USDA to deliver the usual SNAP payment for November. Her ruling came after the First Circuit Court of Appeals declined to grant the administration an immediate repeal from the district court judge's order. However, Jackson, a Biden appointed judge, noted that the appeal court indicated its plans to release a further ruling as quick as possible. And she said lifting the deadline for now would facilitate the appeals court's next action, which she said she expected with immediate action. So, hold on, let me finish. The administration's emergency appeal was rooted to Jackson because she is assigned to oversee urgent matters arising from the First Circuit. Most likely, she will toss the issue to the full court at some time, but Friday gave no indication. So what does all of that mean? She could toss it up fully. So she is just in charge of, okay, First Circuit, okay, she'll take it and make a decision. It hasn't gone up to all the justices. What is there, 9? Because I think it's 9 if I'm not mistaken. But it sounds bad that she denied it, but she wasn't denying it indefinitely, but she just said, look, the appeals court is going to make the decision, which she expects really quickly. So instead of meddling and getting involved in the appeals court, she just is more than indirectly saying, let's just give it another couple of days and respect the process of the appeal court before I enter and do anything. Now, some people didn't like that idea, right? Especially her being a black woman, and she's supposed to be the left side, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's 6 conservative, quote unquote, right wing, and then 3 justices that are Democrat, kind of left leading, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of people were just anticipating that, but just for the fact that she said it's going to be a quick decision is her allowing the court to do what the courts do in process. So what I'm hoping is that if she doesn't get an answer within a couple of days, then she'll go and make a decision or shoot it up to the Supreme Court. So I'm just giving her grace. Now, here's the third thing. Somebody sent me something late last night that the Trump administration has decided to fulfill the SNAP benefits. Partly, I think like 65% or something. And this was from somebody in Washington, a reliable source. So it is just, as I'm recording this, like it could have gone out, it not gone out. Even like one of the articles said where some people are getting filled under EBT cards like 2 or 3 days ago and it's set back or whatever. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. So I know this is probably adding even more confusion, but Washington is confused. Commentators are confused. Like everybody is just really confused. And this is what Donald Trump wants, unfortunately. Hopefully this all comes to an end quickly. As much as I love that the Democratic Party is holding ground and fighting back, I've seen a lot of people online happy about this. I have heard some people in the Democratic Party, I'm not going to name them, some prominent people that I follow, a radio personality, and this person said, they think that the Democrats should give in. And a lot of people are dragging this person, saying that why should Democrats be the one that gives in all the time, et cetera, et cetera. And they're kind of dragging him. But that's like family, so I'm not even going to mention his name. I just want to say one thing, if you guys know who I'm talking about. The reason why he said, I'm not defending him, but the reason why he said he feels like the Democratic Party should give in is because he is more concerned with the people who are hungry. You just look on his Instagram, he is at right now, has given out, I think, 400,000 meals. He works with New York Food Bank and I think another one in his hometown. He's just looking at it at the perspective of people are going through a hard time and he is on the ground with them. So just trying to just give grace and give context. Regardless of whatever your position is, it is a sad, sad time for the people who are not getting the SNAP benefits. We get it. But like most people in the Democratic Party are saying is try to understand that they for once want to put their foot down, fight back Donald Trump and fight the Republicans instead of always being the party that has to clean up the Republicans' mess. And they always are getting away with doing whatever they want because the Democrats are always going to be for the people and always think about the people's well-being. The Democrats are thinking about the people's well-being because this is really a fight for healthcare and the right to lower premiums. So that is your update when it comes to SNAP, Donald Trump, and the whole government shutdown. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our third lead story, Miss Universe executive dismissed from pageant after heated confrontation with Miss Mexico. Miss Universe pageant announced that the pageant executive, Nawa, has now been restricted from the pageant, which is set to take place November the 21st in Thailand. The sanction follows Naja's viral confrontation with Miss Mexico on November the 4th, which resulted in multiple contestants walking out of the pre-pageant event. All right, my bad for not covering this a little bit earlier. I did see it and meant to put it in yesterday, and then it accidentally got erased out my phone. But I wanted to talk about it today because this is craziness. And I just can't figure out why he just won't apologize to Miss Mexico. And I love that the other contestants are standing by her. So I wanted to bring it on the show. So to back up for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, let me play, first of all, what happened. So this was, hold on, let me get my notes here. This happened during a live stream precursor event on November the 4th, 2025, when Nara publicly criticized Miss Mexico for not participating in a host country's social media sponsorship assignment. He reportedly called her dumbhead in front of the other contestants. In response, Miss Mexico said she was not shown respect as a woman, and the other contestants staged a walkout in solidarity. The Miss Universe organization publicly condemned the incident, calling it public mischief. Now, I'm going to play for you how it happened, or the time when it happened. And what's important is that this was live streamed. So it was live streamed, and then people were online talking about it or whatever. And then I'll show you another video after where he is crying about it and then saying, I'm only human, I made a mistake or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll play you another video where he goes on stage now and he's in English and he's apologizing, but again, never apologizes to Miss Mexico, which is crazy. Anyways, here are the events. Take a listen.
Okay, Mexico, where are you? Okay? If you follow the order from your national director, you are the man. No, not about you. Not about you. Not about you.
It's not about me. It's about all the people that I represent.
I didn't give you opportunity to talk. Please keep polite for me. I still talking. Listen. I still keep talking to everybody. Why you stand up to talk to me?
Because I have a voice. I feel for everybody to know. If you have,
No, you have a voice, but you have to respect. The voice.
you are not respecting me as a woman.
What? No, why you stand up? When the gun. Security. Stop. Keep security. ปิดประตู มีเหตุผลหลอกให้ผมขับรถใจ But I would like to give this opportunity to say something. I think you must be understand. The pressure is a lot. I am the human. Sometimes I cannot control. But by the way, I have not intend to harm anyone because I respect all of you. But sometimes I have to say, I am so sorry it happened.
So all of this stemmed from her just checking back with Mexico, wanting to make sure that everything that they wanted her to post, that it was okay, that Mexico was okay. And this all started. And he just wanted to be arrogant. Don't listen to Mexico. This is not about you. This is about me. I'm the one here that's on the microphone. And then thought that he would be cool by calling the security. No. All the women in the room decided they were going to get up and walk away, and they knew that this was live and it went viral. So good on all the other women who were in the room that stood up for Miss Mexico. Now, as of right now, he has not been fired, but there's an investigation. I think the president or one of the executives said that he always likes to be the center of attention. And they also said, all the corporate and legal actions stemming from this serious and malicious act conducted by Nawa will be addressed shortly. So I think that he will, I think that he should be fired for an incident like this, but maybe there's some legal ramifications that they want to check out first so that he cannot sue them, etc. So this is a global story going viral. Wanted to weigh in, give you guys my thoughts. And again, I think that they should, before anything else, he should apologize directly to Miss Mexico. I can't, for the life of me, understand why he wouldn't do that. But maybe it's just his ego that won't let him do that. We'll see what happens when he gets fired. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. All right, in our first quick story, it's actually hilarious. Drake's ex-girlfriend that he blacklisted now makes money sitting on people's face. Okay, do you guys remember a couple of days ago when I told you about Gracie Bond, who is an Instagram model that was a very plus size model, and she got some work done, and now she got the top half done and not the bottom half. Okay, so she is like very, very famous for that. Very, very viral out here. Let's just leave it at that. And she got Drake's attention. She was on what was it? Is it Spanish? Something, a South American kind of like reality show. And she was talking about Drake, and she was alluding to the fact of the things that Kendrick Lamar was saying is true. If I'm saying for all of that to you guys so you remember who I'm talking about, that's Gracie Bond. Now, after I put that story out, a couple of people sent me other parts of this show. I have no clue what the show is. I still don't know what it is. It's kind of like a Big Brother, big thing, kind of like MTV kind of house thing. And here's a video, and they're saying that this is how she makes her money. And I thought it was hilarious. I want to show it to you guys. Take a look. Actually, I'm really sorry, guys. After watching that, I don't think it's smart for me to put that on YouTube. This video might be taken down. If you guys want to see it, go to our Instagram page, The Trend Out Loud Show on Instagram. She's clothed and everything, but I don't know. It's too subjective, and this is a family show. So if you want to go check it out, go on our Instagram page. Sorry. All right, in our second quick story, Klay Thompson apologizes to Megan Thee Stallion for picking her up late from the airport. I'm sorry I was late, babe. There's no excuse. Oh, I am so fed up with this relationship. Oh my gosh. Here's a video. Ugh.
Roses for my boo. I'm sorry I was late, babe. Damn it, I'm sorry. I thought I timed it well. I'm sorry. There's no excuse.
How could you guys not see the fakeness in there? Like, it's just, ugh. For my daily listeners, you know why I'm so irritated by this. I don't even want to talk about it, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because this is so, it's cringy. All right, in our third quick story, K. Michelle slams AI in music and is lawyering up after social media compares AI artist Xavier Monet to her. She alleges theft of her tone and her voice. As social media users continue to compare chart-topping AI R&B artist Xavier Monet to K. Michelle K. Michelle is joining the long list of musicians slamming the use of AI in music, and she reveals that she is planning to sue the folks behind the unnamed artist, allegedly using her tone and her voice. During a live stream, K. Michelle slammed AI in music and also revealed that she is planning to sue an AI artist, allegedly using her tone and her voice. The reveal arrives as social media has been comparing chart-topping AI artists to her. All right, this is literally, I think, the third day that we've talked about this. Because of this AI artist, Xavier Monet, who I love, by the way, is now on the top 100. I think it's actually cracked the top 50, if I'm not mistaken. And the music industry is up in arms about it. They don't like it. Now, my daily listeners, you guys know my whole stance on this. Xavier Monet is not just a complete AI ran by a complete system at Universal Music. No, Xavier Monet is a black AI, a female black AI, but she is also ran and operated by a female black woman who writes the songs but uses AI to sing. And I think that is okay. I understand everything about artistry. I've managed artists. I myself am an artist. But AI is not going anywhere. It's just like auto-tune. When auto-tune first came out, real singers were like, what? Everyone's going to sing. And yes, every rapper under the sun used it. Everybody was still able to make a living. All we have to do is make sure that we put some restrictions around it so that it doesn't go crazy. I agree with K. Michelle now saying that an AI artist is taking her tone and her voice. That would be kind of hard to prove, but I mean, you could have done that anyways before an artist made its way onto to the stages. So my whole thing of this is, I think it's beautiful for somebody that could write music instead of having to sell it to an artist that has a face. Now they could double dip and make their own money from the artist side of it and from the writer side of it. My example would be, if I was a songwriter, I'd have to give up some of my songwriting credits, etc., to Whitney Houston, and especially Whitney Houston being a bigger artist, she could take a lot more, and she's like, oh my gosh, Whitney Houston is the best, and nobody even knows who I am. Now, if I'm a songwriter and I have AI and I make my own avatar, I can control and have my own likeliness. Like, I think it's beautiful. I understand what people say, but I also understand and agree with it being used properly. Not stealing somebody else's stuff, but if I can make my own things and own all of my stuff and get all my royalties, I think it's great. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our fourth quick story, I should have put this back with the Klay Thompson one, but Dallas Mavericks are expected to explore Klay Thompson's value on the trade market. Well, let me tell you, the value ain't going to be a lot. The Dallas Mavericks are expected to explore Klay Thompson's trade value on the market, according to Clutch Points. It's no secret that the Mavericks front office will explore their return on what's going on with Klay Thompson before the trade deadline, and several teams are monitoring the status. The 27-year-old center the 27-year-old recently signed a 3-year, $60 million contract extension this offseason, but he remains tradable at the end of this season, or even maybe at the beginning of the season, or during the season. Klay, my brother, this is what you get when you trade in your career for wanting to be popular. Now you're on the Shade Room, you're on the blogs, like people know your name outside of the sports arena. This is what happens when you chase clout. This is what happens. There's a bunch of athletes or people or business people that are so desperate for clout, they're not even happy with their $60 million and they want clout. And this is what happens. Klay has already been struggling after his injury. He got traded from the Warriors, bounced around, hasn't really made it back after his injury, which I feel bad for him. But, just other ballers have been injured before and has made it back. You got to do the work. And I feel personally like Klay feels like because nobody really thinks of him the same way anymore, being part of the Splash Brothers, with Steph Curry, etc. I feel like he feels like this makes him important again. But I told you yesterday that he got benched, and now they're looking to trade him. Let's see if Megan Thee Stallion sticks around. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our fifth quick story, Chick-fil-A has launched their first ever vending machine that operates 24 hours a day, but shuts down on Sundays. I thought that was amazing. Chick-fil-A has launched their first vending machine at the Children's Hospital in Augusta, Georgia, which operates 24 hours a day, but shuts down on Sundays. This test vending machine, a temperature-controlled market fridge, provides a selection of cold grab-as-you-go items like wraps and chips to hospital staff and visitors. Okay, when I first saw this, I was like, if they are serving chicken burgers and they're hot, listen, I'm going to lose my mind. But it's cold, so it's basically just a fridge vending machine. So I didn't have a heart attack. But let me know if you guys would still want that. I mean, it's not really that much of a big deal, right? They have sandwiches in these vending machines, but do you guys eat those sandwiches in those vending machines and stuff? I don't trust these things. I don't. And I love Chick-fil-A, but I'd rather just go to the restaurant. What do you guys think? All right, in our sixth quick story, Trump issues a presidential pardon for MLB legend Darryl Strawberry. Right, a lot of people sent me this. I'm not even going to read the caption because it's really not important. A lot of people sent me this talk about this on the show. If Trump is pardoning Darryl Strawberry, he's going to pardon Diddy any day. We know you're right. We know you got your ears to the streets. Guys, this is from a tax evasion from the 90s, right? Yes, Donald Trump is very loose with his pardon pen, but just because he gave Darryl Strawberry a pardon for tax evasion doesn't mean that Diddy is up next. Now, I have talked to you guys about, what? Darn it. I said yesterday I wasn't going to talk about Diddy anymore for this week. Not anymore. Talk about Diddy for the rest of the weekend, and boom, it's here again. This is all on you guys, though. Anyways, yes, this is not an excuse to pardon Diddy. It's two completely different things. The better comparison is Trump giving a pardon to the guy, the Bitcoin guy that pled guilty to his crimes, help, embezzle money from horrible people, and also help Donald Trump and his son make close to $1 billion. That pardon is more equal of a reason to be if you pardon that, you can pardon Diddy. But anyways, this does not equate. I do not agree that because Darryl Strawberry got a pardon, that Diddy should get a pardon. Anyways, y'all weigh in. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Sorry that I talked about Diddy for a second day in a row. I'm going to try to at least do one day on, one day off. All right, our seventh quick story. Sexxy Red nominated at the Grammys for the first time. We talked about this yesterday. I let you guys know, I think best... I just did Album of the Year yesterday. I skipped over this. Sexxy Red receives her first ever Grammy nomination for her work on the song Sticky with Tyler, the Creator, which is nominated for Best Rap Performance at the 2026 Grammy Awards. This marks her first nomination for the prestigious award ceremony. Shout out to Sexxy Red. I'm a fan of Sexxy Red. I don't know why. I'm not even alluding to the fact that she's super lyrical, like a Megan Thee Stallion, or that has anything of this incredible flow, but kind of like a Chrisean Rock and Blueface. It's kind of like she's unapologetically her. And I love people like that. She is, I'm a girl from the hood. I'm not changing. I don't care. Take me as I am. I don't care. I just love people like that. So yeah, shout out to Sexxy Red. I'm glad she's going to be at the Grammys. This is going to be fun. Sexxy Red at the Grammys. Woo! Can't wait. All right, our eighth quick story. Okay, I had to throw this in here for y'all. Nothing entertainment or political or anything. It's not even viral, but I want to share this tip with you. So I was scrolling the other day and I saw this. It said a lot of people are still using their microwave wrong. And I was like, what? So I watched the video. I won't play it for you. It's kind of long. But do you know that the microwave, the tray, when it goes in a circle, or not in a circle, when it turns, okay? That it means when it goes this way that the waves are going the other way. You're supposed to stop it halfway through warming it up. And every time you start and stop, it will turn from the left and then turn from the right. So if you only keep it one way, your food is going to be unevenly warmed. Have you ever taken I should have asked this first. Have you ever taken your plate out of the microwave and some parts are hot and some parts are cold? That's because you didn't stop it in between the time and put it in the other direction. Left heats a certain part of it, right heats another part of it. It's almost like in the oven, like turning something over. Never knew that. And I hate warming stuff up in the microwave for that reason. You know, you normally take it out and you mix it around and it kind of warms up, and it's just, there's parts of it. No, put it in for 3 minutes, stop it at 1:30, start it back. Boom. You're welcome. All right, our 9th quick story. Raven-Symone says we should separate the creator from the creation while speaking on Bill Cosby's cultural impact. Okay, I had a video, but let's not even play it because I really just want to know. This actually should have been social discussion of the day. Should we separate creators from their content? I completely disagree. I've told you guys repeatedly about R. Kelly, which I think is ridiculous. And I was the biggest R. Kelly fan. I could sing almost any R. Kelly album from beginning to end and not miss a song or skip a song. Okay, I'm an R&B head. I can't listen to R. Kelly's music anymore knowing who he was writing these songs for. I can't. And while Bill Cosby's crimes might not be as severe and he might not be in jail, I still find it hard to separate that. And just in the bigger question is that I don't know why everybody always says that. I particularly cannot do that. Can you know that somebody is guilty of something? I'm not talking hearsay, oh, they might be this or whatever. No, you are guilty. You're found guilty in the law. You saw the video. You saw it for your own eyes. You know this person does that or something they admitted to, and then go back and be like, let's just separate that. Raven-Symone is doing that so that the Cosby Show could get played back on airwaves and she can get the check. That's why I don't even want to play the video. But I don't agree with separating the creator from the content. I do not like hearing R. Kelly's music. I don't. You guys weigh in and let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, our 10th quick story. Paul Pierce says the Lakers would be better off trading LeBron James. The Lakers are currently 7-2 without LeBron James. If I'm the GM, I'm trading LeBron James. We already seen what it looks like last year. We got swept. If they add another little piece, they get a shot because they got more. I don't know if that really makes sense, but whatever. He's just saying they should get rid of LeBron and get more pieces. I love this. This is y'all know anytime I can hate on LeBron, I will. Love him off the court, but yeah, hate him on the court. I think somebody else said this week too that LeBron should come off the bench and not be a starter, which is crazy work. The NBA's face of the league. But I got a better take. LeBron, why don't you just retire? You got your dream. You got to play with your son. Like, you got all the numbers that you're going to get. Like, you got your 50,000 points. You got this one. Like, all the numbers, you got it. You're not going to win another championship. You're not going to tie Kobe. And you're not going to tie Jordan. And you're for sure not going to beat Jordan. That would require 3 more championships, my friend. Yo, just go out in a blaze of glory. Well, the glory has already been gone, but just go out. Deuces, Bron. All right, our 11th quick story. He's back. Travis Scott brought out Kanye West in Japan. All right, that screenshot was not really good. Sorry, but here is another picture. Just have nothing to say about this. You guys know how I feel about Kanye, but just showing you that I was right. The album coming out, the bipolar excuse, the mental health excuse. Nicki Minaj said something yesterday. I love that he apologized to the Jewish people. Now he's showing up with Travis Scott. I told you guys, album comes out, Kanye promo tour. Just be prepared. Next week, there's going to be more bipolar talk, more manic episodes, more crazy things. so that his album could come out, because it was supposed to come out on Friday, but nobody cared about the stuff he was doing last week. Nobody talked about it. And this is what Kanye West does. Just want to show you, and I'll keep on showing you. Even though I hate it, I do this all the time with Kanye. This is not my first encounter. It's not my first rodeo with Mr. West. Pure fakeness, and I hate it. All right, our 12th quick story. 2 planes nearly collide after taking off from LAX. Hundreds could have been unalived. It's getting crazy out here, and unfortunately, it might not stop until something bad happens. This is God's way of warning us. All right, this happened, I think it was this morning, and they came out quickly and made a statement and was like, oh, air traffic control caught it, thank you, whatever. Look, they're trying to not make a bigger deal of this than it is, but it is scary out here. Thank the Lord nothing happened, but this is a sign. Like, government, not Republicans, not Democrats, government. Get together. Don't break or bend, Democrats, but get together and fix this before something bad happens. This is a tap on the shoulder. Y'all know how things happen in life. There's a little whisper, there's a tap on the shoulder, and then the house starts coming down. We've heard a lot of whispers. We've got taps on the shoulders. Act now this week before the entire house comes down. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our 13th quick story. The Michael Jackson teaser trailer has earned 116.2 million views worldwide in its first 24 hours, the most viewed trailer for any music biopic in history. Has become the most viewed in history. Okay, I read that already. Okay, I played the trailer for you guys 3 days ago. Actually, I didn't play it for you guys because of copyright reasons, but I showed you some of the pictures of the actors in there, and I also told you to go to our Instagram page, the Trend Out Loud Show, to check it out. I also asked you guys if you guys were excited about this. I guess we got our answer, because since the trailer has come out, my algorithm has picked up so much Michael Jackson stuff. I literally get like at least 4 or 5 a day. Motown 25, the Moonwalk, the interview with Oprah Winfrey. Like I'm getting a lot of Michael Jackson in my algorithm right now, obviously because I talked about it on the show. The algorithm knows how it works. I saved the video, etc. That's how things work. But I wanted to ask you guys, are you guys getting a little bit more, or is the marketing machine starting to work? And more importantly, are you guys excited about it? When I told you guys about it, I said, just as a music lover, of course, I'm going to be excited about it. Love Michael Jackson, love his music and all of that. But what I did say is that everybody knows everything about Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, and the Jackson family. It doesn't matter what era. It's been so well documented. You know about it. What I am interested in, and what I hope they do, is go to places in this movie or in this biopic that we don't know. Go into a darker place. Tell us something that we don't know. Like, I hope this is not just going to be a biopic of the Michael Jackson story, because there isn't something that we don't know from the story-wise. So they have to do a good job of telling us something. Just my 2 cents, but I am excited and I'll still watch it anyway. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our 14th quick story. Donald Trump back at it again. Donald Trump reportedly wants the Washington Commanders to name their $3.7 billion stadium after him. That would be a beautiful name, as it was President Trump who made the rebuilding of the new stadium possible. All right, I just lost my spot, sorry. All right, it seems like Donald Trump can't help but make things about him. Not only is he currently building a new ballroom in the White House that will be named after him, but now, according to ESPN, he wants his name plastered on the new Washington Commanders Stadium that's being built in D.C. One senior White House source claimed they have been back-channeling communications with the Commanders' ownership about Trump's deep desire to have the newly built $3.7 billion stadium, which is located in the heart of Washington, D.C., named after him. Though it hasn't been confirmed, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said it would be a great idea since Trump is responsible for the rebuilding of the stadium anyways. That would be a beautiful name, as it was President Trump who made the rebuilding of the new stadium possible, Levitt told ESPN on Friday night via email. The senior White House source also says that the stadium holding Trump's namesake will most likely happen because it's what the president wants. Another source tells ESPN they believe Trump has the advantage in the situation because he has government influence. He has the cards to play. He can make it very difficult through government environmental approvals and other things to make sure everyone who wants this stadium to be built will join to put his name on it, the source says. Trump has plenty of cards to play to get his way. I'm not sure if I'm mad at this. I'll be honest. Like, if he played a part in getting it done, if he played a part in getting some approvals, he feels like, he is the man. I put this thing together, name it. I don't know. Outside of politics, I kind of like it. I don't know why. I kind of like it. Take the political thing out of it. I just kind of like a little bit of the brashness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, put my name on that building. I mean, look, Trump has his name on buildings all over the U.S., right? He's building a ballroom that we call him the Trump Ballroom. Now, for me in particular, I'm not a fan of having my name on things. When I had my stores, I didn't call it Trent's Closet or Trent's Sneaker Stores or Trent's whatever. I actually believe more in building a brand that doesn't have your name on it so that you can sell the business and not be attached to it. When your name is attached to a business, you are attached to the business and everyone's going to always ask for you. So it's more advantageous not to. But this is different. This is like, having your name enshrined in something. And I don't know. I'm the type of person that I would let people honor me and me stay humble and be like, if that's what you want, hey, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I kind of like a little bit of the brashness sometimes. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right. This brings us to our 15th quick story. Kim Kardashian's new legal series, All's Fair, logs biggest Hulu original scripted debut in 3 years, amassing 3.2 million views globally after 3 days of streaming. Go Kim! Ryan Murphy's legal drama All Fair, which stars Kim Kardashian, has been taking a beating online when it comes to reviews from critics. Some have even dubbed it the worst TV show to ever exist. While it looks like Kim, who also executive produced the series, is getting the last laugh, she has delivered Hulu's original biggest scripted series premiere in 3 years, amassing 3.2 million views globally after 3 days of streaming, according to Deadline. For those unaware, in addition to Kim, All Fair stars Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash, Sarah Paulson, and Glenn Close, and also Tiana Taylor. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. I personally like the show, but understand we all have different tastes. The show's Rotten Tomatoes score initially was at 0% and has since climbed to 5%. By the way, that is just the person that wrote this article that says, I personally like the show, because I never watched the show, so I don't know if I like it or not. I've also heard that Kim Kardashian is doing some good acting in there. I did see a clip on Instagram, I think, and it's like this, I think her boyfriend is like an athlete or something, I don't know, but he walks in and I was just like, let me give this a second. And I watched it for like the 2 minutes that it was on, and her acting was pretty good. What's hard though is that you see Kim Kardashian in such a regular light because she's an influencer. So to see her acting as somebody else, it's hard to break that you're not watching Kim. Back in the day, by the way, sidebar, back in the day, a lot of actors never used to like doing interviews or liked being in the public eye because it allowed them some sort of mystery that they could go and be in different characters. And now I've heard a couple of actors like Will Smith say that it's hard now because when you get used to the person, it's hard to see them in another role, you know? So it's like Denzel. Like, we know Denzel, but we don't really know Denzel. That's why we can accept him in different roles. So I think nowadays when so many people are making their name as influencers, it's going to be hard to get into the acting side of things. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Anybody who has watched it, let me know what you guys think about All's Fair in the comment section below. All right, y'all, this brings us to everyone's favorite segment, comments and social discussion of the day. All right, before we get into that, I have a very important question to ask you. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Well, let me answer that question for y'all. Yes, they are, all of them. If you are not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform, go to my sponsor below. It's the second link below. Aura.com/trendoutloud to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. Yes, with Aura, you can see for 14 days for free if any of your data has been exposed. And trust me, I don't know anybody that's ever signed up and nothing has been exposed, whether it be credit card, social security, whatever. Aura could take it and remove it off for you. That's the whole point of this trial. They show you what they can do, okay? If you've ever wondered how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data legally. It should be illegal, but they sell it legally. And they do it without your consent, and they sell it, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, or even stalkers. That is why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information off of these sites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door open. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts if your credit card, banking, social security number is ever found on the dark web, a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and they also have US-based support system around the clock. And in the event that anything does go wrong, Aura also offers a $5 million identity theft insurance protection package. You are covered in all facets when you have Aura. It is free. A free 14-day trial. Just trust me. Click the second link below. QR code beside me. I promise you there's something of your information. If you've used Amazon, bought anything, do anything online, which we all have, it sucks, but your information is out there. Some of it is sold to marketers and they know who you are and what you like and market back to you. But some of the people that get your information are bad actors. That's where your cell phone text messages, spam text messages come from. Your phone ringing from spam people that, how else did they get your number? Yeah, from offline. And Aura can get rid of all of that and stop it for you, okay? Make sure you sign up on the second link below. Now, let's go over to comments. I have 2 comments. One is a DM that I actually got a couple of months ago, but somebody DM'd me something and I saw it at the top and I wanted to read it to you guys again. This comes from Fair-Haired Girl. So many people are in their homes sick, depressed, hopeless, and broke. Then they see your happy face, or even better, receive a message from you, and they smile again and decide to stay in the fight. Do you realize how powerful that is? That is so amazing, man. I talk all the time about purpose and life, and especially this part of the show and social discussion and mental health. And I don't know, for some reason, the world wanted me to see that again. And I just reminded that, the work that I do here is not only informing you guys of things, but it's helping some of you out there. And I don't take it for granted. And it's one of the reasons why I show up every day is for you guys. And I really, really appreciate messages like this. So thank you. Next message is from Gia. What up, Gia? Gia comments a lot, by the way. Thank you, Gia. Gia said, I will never get a membership in the Gold's Gym knowing that they allow men in the women's bathroom. That's very triggering for certain people. I know for me, I would be afraid to be in the bathroom changing and some man walks in on me. So this is the story that I followed up on yesterday where TMZ interviewed the 2 people. that were in the locker room. One, a transitioning man transitioning to a woman, and a woman. I wanted to ask you, Gia, and the women in this content section, sorry, not in the content section, in the comment section below. My question is, okay, this was a guy who looked like a guy. When we first saw the story he looked really manly, and he had just dangly earrings, but he looked like a man. Like, he looked like me with dangling earrings. After TMZ interviewed him, he had on his makeup and he looked a little bit more feminine, but you could still tell he was a man, either dressing up in drag or transitioning. Now, he is post-op, meaning that he doesn't have any surgeries, but he's getting his surgery. That's why the story is why it's getting so much attention, because people are seeing it both sides. Some women, he says that some women in the locker room have consoled him for people that are attacking him like this, because they feel like it's okay that he identifies as a woman, and if he identifies as a woman, he should be in a woman's locker room. Then you have people like Gia, who's like, no, you have a P, so you shouldn't be in here. What I wanted to know, Gia and women, so let's say, for example, Gia is like, no, he is transitioning, he has a P, so I don't want him in there. My question, Gia, is if after his surgery, and now he doesn't have a P, he's transitioned, let's say he even gets the chest implants, nothing down there, totally clean, he has transitioned, still biologically a man, but now presents to the public as a woman. I want to know, at that point, is it okay? My question is there a point along the way that it becomes okay for you to accept a man or a trans woman in the locker room? So, I made a mistake before. I said post-op. He is pre-op. I'm sorry. He is pre-op, meaning he hasn't. What about post-op trans women? Let me know in the comment section below, okay? I know I normally take random. I'll go back to tomorrow taking random questions, but I wanted to pull that because I wanted to really get an answer from you guys about that, okay? Hey, I just realized, you know what? I'm going to make that social discussion of the day. That is social discussion. I had another social discussion, but that is today's social discussion of the day. Is there a difference between pre-op trans and post-op trans being in the women's locker room? Let me know in the comment section below, okay? That is today's social discussion. Now, before I let you guys go, I didn't tell you guys about super thanks. I was supposed to tell you guys about super thanks and then memberships. Sorry. First, before memberships, I'll tell you about super thanks. I didn't get one today. Woohoo. If you guys want to send a super thanks, it's your way to sponsor, give back to the show. A lot of people ask, hey, do you have a Cash App, PayPal? Easiest way is a super thanks. The button is below each of our videos that we post. You'll see like, save, remix. If you're on your phone, you might have to scroll a little bit aside. You'll see a thanks button. It will pop up. You'll get a slide where you could give $2, $5, $10. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to give, anything, we appreciate it. Also, what I love about thanks is that you could write in a comment. When you put that comment in there, it gives me a notification. It's almost like being able to text me. I will read all thanks comments out the next day. I'll reply to you and read out your comment. So if you want to give back, support the show, that's one way. And also, if you want your comment read out, you could do that too. So thank you very much. And here is YouTube explaining it better than I can.
Buy a super thanks by clicking the thanks button under your video. There are multiple price points a viewer can purchase that each have their own special one-time animation. As an added bonus, viewers will get to post a distinct, colorful comment in your video's comment section.
All right, that is super thanks. Now let me tell you how to sign up to the Out Loud memberships. To sign up to the Out Loud memberships, just use the first link below. And also with the membership, you get loyalty badges, emojis, member-only live stream, member-only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts. Most importantly, you get access to my vlogs. Vlogs are an extension, kind of social discussion, question of the day. It's not about celebrity, gossip, political, nothing. It's really just talking about love, life, mental health, whatever I have kind of like going on. It's a stripped down behind the scenes, not filmed in the studio, recorded on my cell phone. It's one-on-one. If you want to get a little bit more personal with me, People in the member section can send me questions. I'm actually going to do one tomorrow where an Out Louder has sent me some voice notes about a question she has about her son. I'm going to be tackling that tomorrow. Hopefully it's on the agenda. But sign up for the memberships. It's really fun, and it officially makes you an Out Louder. Second link below. Thank you for the super thanks, and thank you for your membership. All right, this brings us to question of the day. If you could fly anywhere, would you go on a resort vacation or would you go on an adventure vacation? All right, this is easy for me. While I have gone to resort vacations, I don't mind them, but I don't love them. I love adventure vacations. And I feel like there's such a misconception of, oh, when I'm on vacation, I don't want to have to think about food. I don't want to have to cook. I don't want to have to do anything. I just want to go to a resort and have everything done for me. Okay. Other than, first of all, you could stay in a hotel and have your room serviced every day. But let's just play, for example, we're talking about Airbnb, okay? And you're staying in a place that you have to clean up after yourself. Boo-hoo. Yo, adventure vacations are so much more fun. You don't have to cook food. You can stay in a hotel and go out and eat at different restaurants. Resorts have maximum, 3-4 restaurants. The food is never good. So if you're actually really talking about the food is so much better when you can go to a bunch of different places, local places, fine dining, middle class dining. You could do fast food, and there's some really cool fast foods, especially if you're in different places. So food wise, it's 10 times more exciting. And just adventure wise, it's so fun being able to go places and see different things and just do different things. I just want to pack my day up with that. And for the ones that are like, yo, I work so hard and I just want to relax and chill. Who says that you can't go to the beach and relax and chill or have just a relax and chill vacation? My whole point is that an adventure vacation, you can have everything. You can have it all. You could decide to relax and chill and have people clean up after you, stay in a hotel. You can stay in an Airbnb and make your bed in the morning, boohoo, because there's mad Airbnbs that people come in and will do that every day or every other day. You could pay for it if you wanted to. But you could have everything on an adventure vacation, where if you go to a resort, and please don't say you go to a resort and go off every day and do a bunch of stuff. Well, then that's just a waste of money. Okay. So for me, my answer unequivocally is adventure, adventure, adventure. I want to see things. I want to learn about new things. I want to explore. I want to see different foods. I want to be with the local people. I want to understand. I also want to have fun. I want to party. I want to do things. It encompasses everything, everything. And again, even if you just want to sit on the beach all day, you can. Let me know in the comment section below. What would you rather, a resort vacation or an adventure vacation? Let me know. All right, y'all. That brings us to the end of the show. I thought we had a really good show. I felt like I was on one today. Bam, 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 bam. We had a lot to cover, so I had to go really, really quick. I feel like some of you guys like when I'm long-winded, but I feel like all you two also like when I'm quick and I go through things. I see people in the comment section can you stop talking and get to the video, Trent? Listen, I do a show by myself. I clearly like to talk, right? Leave me alone when I'm long-winded. Let me do my thing, man. Let me cook. But then you get days like this where I'm boom, boom, boom. Anyways, let me be quiet and just end the show. Thank you guys so much for kicking with me. Just want to remind you about 3 things before we go. Please, if any of you guys out there want to give back to the show, please do so with the thanks button below. It will also highlight your comment. Send me a notification. I will reply and read it out the next day. 2, the first link below. Get on to the Out Loud membership. It's fun over here. You become an official Out Loud member. You have access to the vlogs and a bunch of other things. It's really cool over here. I didn't say this before. When you get to the membership window, there'll be different categories: Out Loud Proud, Out Loud Family, MVP. They give you all the same access. They're just like a tip menu, depending on how much you want to give back to the show. We like to leave it open for whatever you would like to sponsor. Hey, I watch every day. I want to give you a certain amount. It's up to you. And we love any amount that you give. We are grateful for anything. Okay. So sign up today. I just want you to be a member. Okay. Sign up. Also, the second link below and the QR code beside me. Do not forget to sign up for Aura. This is for you guys. It's absolutely free for 14 days. Just Try it. Click the link below or the QR code. Trust me, there's something of yours that are out there. Get it offline now. I cannot stand spam phone calls, text messages. It just drives me nuts. All right. So just trust me. Also, before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the show. A lot of people always ask. There are 2 different ways to process and consume the show. If you like to listen to the show, if you like to listen on podcast platforms, we're available on all of them. Just go to any pod site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And we upload daily because, I'll be working for you, man. That's why I need your sponsorship. You know what I mean? 7 days a week, I'm here working. Second way, if you're like me and you like to watch your videos to see how animated I am, head on over to YouTube, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. There's a couple of things I'm gonna need you to do though on YouTube. 6 things I'm gonna need you to do. 2, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, get the algorithming. The algorithm is very important, all right? So please subscribe and like. 3, please try to comment. You guys are my co-hosts. I do the show with you. This is us here working together, okay? I talk about a lot of things. I give my opinion. I need to get your opinion back, or I'm just talking by myself, and that's really not cool. Now, for those of you who don't want to join in on the conversation, there's no pressure. It's totally understandable. Please let me know where you're watching from. This is a global show, and my favorite thing to do before I go to sleep every night, I look at all the comments, and I love to see which country or city you guys are watching from. I just read a comment, I think it was 2 days ago, with somebody from Russia, got an Out Loud membership. Shout out to Alex. Love that. Somebody in Russia watching me. That's just crazy. So comment where you are watching from. 4th, if you're really enjoying the show, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones because it helps them grow in the channel. And we're here to grow this channel. 5th, like I said before, please sign up for the Out Loud membership. And 6th, please use that thanks button if you would like to give back to the show, if you appreciate the work that we're putting out. Now, for those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. It's always the same handle, Trend Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, like I've said a couple of times in the show, please try to follow us on our show page, the Trend Out Loud Show. We are very active on there. Most of the things that we talk about on the show, we post on the Instagram page. And more importantly, to follow them on YouTube, there's a lot of copyright restrictions, things that we cannot play, like Gracie Bond, Drake's ex, we cannot play that here. So you can see all of it on our Instagram page. And when you see these stories throughout the day and you come back and watch the show, it's a lot more encompassing. So they go hand in hand. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. That is it for today. Enjoy your Saturday night or your Sunday morning, and I'll see you right back here for Sunday night, Monday morning. Be safe and have a great night or a great morning. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace.